We have our heading.
Here we go!
From the magic within our hearts, there is only one Disney.
We are here once again for my producer to torment me by showing me the lowest and the worst of pop culture. This is brought to you for your entertainment, kind of like watching a gladiator fight or a Christian thrown to the lions. And it's brought to you by Genucel. So go to genucel.com/ClavanYT and order their new dark spot treatment system today and say goodbye to those pesky spots tomorrow. That's genucel.com/ClavanYT. All right, so as you probably know, they are making all of the Disney movies as live action films so they can ruin them. See, they were really good, and Hollywood never does anything without ruining it. So now they're taking these classic films and making them woke with live action people, and the new one is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is the film that put Disney on the map. It is one of the classic pieces of animation. It's a beautiful piece of animation. It's got Rachel Zegler in it as Snow White. She's that very lovely lady from West Side Story, and she has been just already ruining it before the film is even made. And, by the way, the dwarfs aren't dwarfs, because it's impolite for there to be dwarves. This is really the way it works. We don't want women to be women because that's impolite, so now there are no more women. Anybody can be a woman, and they don't want to be dwarfs, so now Snow White and the Seven, whatever. So here is her announcing the remake.
How excited are you for the world to see this movie?
I'm so excited. I'm excited to see it myself. I mean, I have no idea what it looks like, so it'll be really, really fun. We had such a blast filming it, and there's so much magic in it, and it has that Disney magic, and I know that it was really important to Bob Iger that we waited for the right time to make the live action of the first Disney princess. And so the fact that I got to do it and that they felt that they were ready when I signed on, it was just amazing. And so I'm really excited to share with everybody. And the music is so cool. So I'm really, really excited.
The music's beautiful.
Lovely girl, great voice. She has a wonderful singing voice. Right there, she sounds excited. But we know, first of all, Bob Iger is dedicated to destroying Disney. He is dedicated to making it woke and destroying it. Here is a picture of her as Snow White, looking kind of Snow Whitey. Now some people are complaining that she's kind of snow brown. She's a little bit darker skin. Snow White is supposed to be white as snow. That's why they call her Snow White. But apparently you can't cast a white person as a white person anymore. But you can cast a non-dwarf as a dwarf. So they got one dwarf, and then everybody else is just a woke collection of included people. And, you know, all of these clowns should read my daughter's book, and you should read it too, even though you're not a clown. You should read Saving Cinderella, What Feminists Get Wrong About Disney Princesses and How to Set It Right by Faith Moore, Moore. And the reason you should read this book is because she explains that Snow White isn't white because we're white supremacists. It's white because it represents something. Her beauty represents something. And the story is about something. It is symbolically about something. It is not all fairy tales are symbolic. So now Rachel Zegler goes on, keeps talking, which is always a mistake if you're an actress. There's a part where you should stop talking. And Gal Gadot is on it, who plays the ugly stepmother. So you know the whole thing is miscast.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that
she's not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
I don't want to gag myself on the air, so I won't do that. That's awful. Thank heavens these children were born to put us all right. You know, thank heavens they have come here. You know what bothers me more than anything about this? These stories are invented by women. This is one of women's great contributions to our culture. There were not a lot of great women writers. There still aren't a lot of great women writers. But these housewives throughout Germany made up these stories, and then the Brothers Grimm went around and collected them and found them. These are the creations of women, and they spoke into the minds of children. And they weren't forcing children to be anything. They were talking about things that children already know are there, like witches and evil and fear and true love. They weren't creating girls who wanted to fall in love. Girls want to fall in love. It's part of the beauty of life. But these people think, oh, all that was a mistake, and we're going to all set it right. And I hope that nobody goes to see this thing. I hope that theaters are empty like a canyon and the wind blows. If they make it if that's what it's going to be like, I hope the wind blows through these theaters like and there's nobody even there to hear it, so we don't even know. It's just echoing into nothingness. All right, Rachel Zegler may not want to be Snow White, but you do, I do, and that dark spot on your face may be bothering you. What about the liver spots on your hands, neck, and chest? They bother me. They look weird. Now you can watch them disappear safely and quickly in 3 quick minutes. Introducing the Genucel Dark Spot Corrector. The 3-step, 3-minute dark spot luxury system does exactly what it sounds like. By using their Crystallis microdermabrasion before the dark spot corrector and finishing with a touch of the collagen-building Genucel 15, you will see the dark spots disappear before your very eyes instantly, smoothly, and of course, luxuriously. But don't take my word for it. If you're not blown away with the results, you get 100% of your money back, no questions asked. Free shipping, free returns. All 3 products are included in Genucel's most popular package for August, so you get your Genucel bags and puffiness serum also included for 70% off retail. Go to Genucel.com/ClavanYT. Order the new dark spot treatment system today and say goodbye to those pesky spots tomorrow. That's Genucel.com/ClavanYT. What else does this lady have to say?
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader. And the reality is, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a kingdom.
Also, the fact that she's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's the proactive one, and she's the one who set the terms, is what makes it so relevant to where we are today.
Yeah, really relevant. That's why women are so happy now. They're so happy now. And Rachel Zegler tweets, "Yes, I am Snow White. No, I am not bleaching my skin for the role. You go, girl. Get it, girl. You go, girl, because you're the fairest of them all. You're not good looking, but you're the fairest. You're the best because you got this part. You didn't get this part because you're beautiful. You got this part because you're fair. You're just. You're not making millions in Hollywood because you're good looking. No, my dear. That has nothing to absolutely nothing to do with it. It's because you're fair. You're fair. You're just. That's why that's happening." What a bunch of crap. This is awful. These stories are not dated. They're eternal. They are eternal because they live in the hearts of children before they're told. These are moms creating these stories to tell to children because they know their children's hearts. And this is Rachel Zegler, who knows nothing. The one thing she should really do is stop talking.
Will you stop talking because you're driving me insane?
Again, I hope when the movie goes on, all you hear is the dialogue echoing off the empty walls of the theater. We won't know because we won't be there. Now, happily for Rachel Zegler and the rest of us, the actors and writers are on strike. So the actors actually can't promote movies. So maybe we don't have to watch her stick her foot in her mouth for a while. So here's her comment on the writer and actor strike.
My industry is shut down because my union is striking. I stand in solidarity with the WGA and obviously with SAG-AFTRA, which is my union. Pay your writers, pay your actors. I have residual checks that would shock you, and I've only made 2 movies. So I can't imagine how Kimiko Glenn is faring and all of this, making $27 on years and years and years of Orange is the New Black, which really put Netflix on the map. Look up ways you can help, because below the line is suffering. So are many, many actors, background actors, people who have not worked in many, many years. There's a huge percentage of SAG-AFTRA that isn't even eligible for health insurance. Think of them during this time, because an industry shutdown hurts us all. I love you all.
This is also foul mouth, which I love, always love in women. Nothing better than foul mouth women.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
I just have to say, I'm a member of the WGA, and some of the things they want are just. But the strike, it didn't have to be a strike. This is not good guys and bad guys. This is a contract negotiation. And if people would get off their high horse, because I got to tell you something, nobody cares. Nobody cares about actors and writers. Nobody cares. And I'm not sure anybody should care about actors and writers. We're not minors. When you do what I do for a living, you have risked your life. If you are making a living as a writer, it is because you risked your life, your livelihood, to do what you love doing. And not everybody makes it. Most people don't make it. There are probably more Major League Baseball players than there are guys like me who have lived a life of creativity and arts. And I'm blessed to do it. And I thank God every day for it. Believe me, it's not that I oppose what the Writers Guild wants, not all of it anyway. If they never make a movie, if Hollywood never makes a movie again, no one will care because the rest of us will make them and we'll share them with each other. All right, let's hear the last thing that this lovely person has to say.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. You know, this woman is a genetic jackpot. She's absolutely gorgeous. She has a great singing voice. She's a good actress. I'm not knocking her talent or any of the talent out there. But that self-righteousness, man, oh, man.
What stinks? Ooh, it's the smell of defeat.
Where do they learn that self-righteousness? I do not know. It's got to be in the academy somewhere or something like that, because guess what? There are people who would cut their arms off to get to stand there in a dress. She is so blessed. And again, I'm not saying she shouldn't be paid. I'm not saying that there's not contracts to negotiate and deals to be made. But boy, oh boy, these people are annoying. And they are so annoying. Why would anyone go to see them? Why would anyone want their daughters to look at this woman and see that as a role model? It is just appalling. The one thing we can say about Bud Light is it was the #1 beer in America, and now it's off the charts.
You can see, the more you around, the more you're going to find out.
It's kind of vanished, and they're saying it may never come back. I would love to see the same thing happen to Disney. You know, Kodak used to mean films, photography. Kodak is gone. Companies disappear. The most successful companies in the world, if they're mishandled, disappear. And if they keep talking like this, it'll be bye-bye Disney, and no one will be happier to see it go than me. If you'd like to be a dwarf or just a moral dwarf, like and subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show wherever you get your podcasts.